But we can confirm that this plane, XB-1, the prototype plane, the precursor to commercial supersonic travel, just hit Mach 1.1.
For something that's faster than the speed of sound, the progress in supersonic travel has been slow. But now, a major milestone holds promise.
What is the significance of breaking the sound barrier?
Now, over 75 years ago, Air Force test pilot Chuck Yeager in the Bell X-1 broke the sound barrier for the first time. And the significance is that it's a relatively small group of men and women who have had the opportunity to travel supersonic. And Boom Supersonic is the first non-military, US-based company to travel beyond the speed of sound. So it's an exciting and historic moment in American aviation history.
The Concorde jet. It was a technological marvel of the late 1900s. A great source of pride for the UK and France, whose aerospace companies built it jointly. Because the Concorde is the only supersonic airliner that ever flew, it still holds the record for the fastest transatlantic crossing by a passenger aircraft. It flew from New York to London in 2 hours 52 minutes and 59 seconds. A subsonic flight usually takes about 8 hours to cover the same distance. At the time, 20 Concordes were built. Only 14 were used for passenger service. But the aircraft were noisy and expensive. So in 2003, they were retired. And since then, the remaining aircraft have gathered dust at museums. 55 years after the Concorde took off, Boom Supersonic XB-1 has completed its first supersonic flight.
Control your go for Excel to Mach 1.1.
Go for Excel, Kestrel gate.
Boom is an American company and it wants to build the world's fastest airliner. So this week, its XB-1 aircraft took its test flight in California. It flew at about 35,000 feet, and after about 12 minutes in the air, the jet broke the sound barrier. It accelerated to Mach 1.122 or 1,207 kilometers per hour, or about 10% faster than the speed of sound, and created history. This is the first time an independently developed jet has broken the sound barrier. And it's quite the milestone. And it could be America's answer to the European Concorde. Because it's even better. You see, the Concorde was built in wind tunnels. Every iteration of the model took millions of dollars and many months. So many designs couldn't be tested. Technology has advanced by leaps and bounds since then. From aerodynamics to materials to propulsion. The XB-1 is made almost entirely from carbon fiber composites. They are strong but lightweight at the same time. And the XB-1 doesn't need a wind tunnel. Its aerodynamic design was made using computational fluid dynamics. Think of it as a digital wind tunnel where engineers can run the equivalent of hundreds of wind tunnel tests overnight in a simulation. It takes a fraction of the cost. Now, while both the Concorde and XB-1 have a long nose which interrupts the pilot's view, the Boom aircraft comes with an augmented reality vision system. It enables runway visibility for the pilots. Boom Supersonic wants this digital engineering win to go commercial. It is a hotly anticipated jet. It already has 130 orders from American Airlines, United Airlines, and Japan Airlines. By the end of the decade, it's expected to carry anywhere from 64 to 80 passengers at Mach 1.7. That's about twice the speed of today's subsonic airliners. And this could mean that travelers would fly anywhere in the world within 4 hours for about $100. So, can the supersonic airline industry get off the ground? Well, the idea has already taken flight.
This is Blake Scholl. We talked to him earlier today. This is a huge milestone for your company, Blake.
It feels incredible. Right now, we're supersonic, literally as we speak.
And I was just explaining to our viewers that now you're going to do it again next week to prove that this wasn't a fluke.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, the real objective next week is to get some iconic photos. We have something fairly special planned to make sure we really remember the moment.
And I've asked you this before, but what do you say to the people who are skeptical that a private company without a government helping you out can develop a supersonic commercial jetliner?
Well, it's definitely not easy, but I'm a big believer that small, driven teams that are focused on a goal that really matters can accomplish big things. People said we couldn't build a supersonic jet, but it looks like we have. Some people say we won't be able to build a supersonic airliner. Well, we'll find out.
Congratulations.